Okay, I wanted to do a review on the John Deere 4310. John Deere made the 4000 series machines back in the early 2000s, and I have to say these machines are probably really what gave John Deere its name. These machines are absolutely bulletproof, and they have a Yanmar motor in them, and the quality of the steel on these machines is just amazing. And I've had several of the 4000 series machines over the years, and they are all pretty much the same. They are all pretty much indestructible with the Yanmar motors, and either the E-Hydro or the Hydro or the power reverser or the E-Power reverser. All four of those transmissions are excellent, and they're bulletproof. So I definitely recommend the 4000 series. These are the ones that were made in the early 2000s to about 2010. The newer 4000 series, they're a little bit bigger. They're going to be more in the 45, 55 horsepower range. This machine here has the 33 horsepower, I believe, Yanmar, and all the Yanmars start in the coldest weather or the hottest weather the same way, right? They're just bulletproof. They start really easily. They never miss a beat. They run excellent. The loader on these either comes with a 420 or a 430. This one's set up with a 430. It's a little heavier duty, that's all, and it's pretty much a standard option on the 4000 series, the 420 or the 430 loader. It also has the 48 backhoe on it. You can run a 48 or a 47 on these, and the 48 is, I believe, an 8 foot, and the 47 is a 7 foot. These backhoes, again, indestructible. You see them all the time, and they last a long time. Same with the loaders. I can't say anything bad about this machine. This one's the E-Power reverser, which I love. A lot of people, they think they want the hydrostatic because it's easy, but honestly, the reverser, the power reverser transmissions on these machines is really smooth and simple to operate once you get used to it. And you're gonna get a little more horsepower to the wheels because you don't have the hydrostatic transmission in there, kind of taking some of that horsepower from you, if you will. But hydrostatic one is also just as good. I do like it. I like them both. This one here is the reverser, like I said. It's the E series, so it's the 10. So whenever you see 4210, 4310, 4410, those are typically the E series ones. And all that means is that there's a controller there's a control module on board, and a lot of the sensors are running the control module or the controller, and the controller is controlling a lot of the hydraulic movements and stuff like that, which just means it's easier, on the person operating the machine because it's all electronic versus manual. I have a lot of videos on the controller on these, troubleshooting, repair, and stuff like that on my channel. So if you're interested in that, you should be able to find it. And like I said, definitely recommend any of the 4000 John Deere series. The older ones, they're really good. The newer ones I can't say much about. I'm sure they're just as good, but unfortunately just haven't had any, personally, to say I like them or not. I'm sure they're good, right? I'm a huge John Deere fan, and pretty much all you see on our property is either John Deere green or Kubota orange, and those two brands just are, in my mind, the ones that everyone tries to strive to be as good as. And really, we're talking about tractors from 20 years ago. Those are really the ones, in my mind, that made the name for these two brands, both John Deere and Kubota. I believe from 20 years ago, the machines were just indestructible. The L series Kubota's absolutely indestructible. Some of my favorite machines. But this John Deere is pretty comparable to the Kubota L series. I would say really comparable, and they're both just really good machines. And if you are considering buying one, definitely recommend it. Couple things to watch out for, common issues. I wouldn't say to watch out for, but I'm going to do another video on some common issues on the 4000 series. When I get a machine, I go through the entire thing, and anything that is broken gets repaired, and so I've got a ton of experience with the John Deeres and what typically is broken on one of these after 20 years. So if you're looking for that, there will be a video on my channel about these. There's probably already a bunch out there from different John Deeres, the 4210s and the 4200s. Done a lot of those. So yeah, this is a machine. If you're thinking about buying, it is absolutely the way to go, because the power to weight ratio on these is perfect. It's a 33 horsepower. It's about 5,000 pounds, and that is like the ultimate power to weight ratio on a machine like this. It's not oversized, it's not too large. You can transport these on a regular car trailer. You're right around 5,000 pounds, and most car trailers are about 7,000 gross weight, so you're right in that range where you can do that. The backhoe on these comes off really fast and is really easy, and once you do it once, it's about 15 minutes the first time, and the second time it's probably less because it's just that easy. There's a quick disconnect on the hoses, and it just unhooks itself. When you pull the pins, unhooks itself from the frame, and it's all frame mounted. There's no 3-point hitch on these, so they're really strong. And the same with the buckets. It's got the John Deere quick connect, so you pull the pins and the buckets off in less than a minute on these. The loaders, they do come off. I've never personally taken them off, just because I always need a machine with a loader on it, so I don't know how easy that is. I'm sure it's fairly straightforward. It's got the quick disconnects on all the lines, so you can run different things to the front end of the machine. I'm also going to do a video on the operation of the machine, high-level usage, so if you're interested in that, you can check that out. And like I said, if you're looking for a really good machine, definitely recommend the John Deere 4000 series machines. You won't be having any issues, stuff like that. It'll just be a great machine. All right, hope this is helpful.